Coming through.
Holy shit, I feel like I just left the concert.
I feel like I'm just going in.
I know, man. We're going to come to this thing right here. There we go, and there we're live. Well, welcome to a inaugural edition for Reese Racket Sports Studio with two young men I've seen grow up from afar playing the sport of tennis here in Dallas. And I have watched and seen that. And they're amazing athletes. Their father as well as a Padel player and a tennis player, I believe. And anyway, I said, you know what? Pickleball is awesome. I love it. But there's other things going on in this world. And it's called Padel. And Padel will officially start being a part of the Reese Racket Sports Studio show because it's awesome, like pickleball. I'm going to give a short bio here for these gentlemen. The first one was born April of 1997. Oh, my God. I think I was graduating college that year. And then he started playing tennis at 3. He played tennis throughout juniors, played D2 college tennis, up top dog, me too. Southeastern. Graduated May of 2019 from Colorado Mesa University. He began playing Padel after he moved to Dallas, back to Dallas, and he went to Spain, master's career, smart as hell, a lot of stuff. His real job is working as a credit analyst for First Horizon Bank and playing Padel training in free time. He's currently ranked 9 in the USPA and has a sponsorship from Wilson. And let me go to him real quick. Yo, what's up? Which one are you?
That's me. Thanks for having me, Curtis.
All right, I got the bio right?
That's right.
Who's that guy? Whoa, there he is. Tell us your name.
I'm William Agritelley.
All right, bro. And then the next one is, he started playing it too. Same thing, man. Played at T-Bar Racket Club. Amazing facility. Spent a good year and a half there. Good staff. Amazing group there. And he just basically trained, went to a school, not very prestigious private school, Shelton, and then he went to home training or whatever, training for tennis, I believe. At T-Bar M and graduating, went to Division I tennis at Abilene Christian. Wait a minute, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
They're Division I now?
Division I. They went up my freshman year, 2013. We were always top Division II, though. I think the year
I know
before
that.
we
You
were
used to
top
kick
5.
our butts, dude. I went to South Easy, baby. Southeast Oklahoma. Whatever. Anyway, so he played ACU, amazing career there. He graduated in 2017, and he started playing Padel at T-Bar Racket Club. And been playing ever since, and he is going to represent Padel tournaments and represent the USA. Is that right?
Correct.
Awesome. Well, this is neat. And tell us your name, man.
My name is Nico Agritelley.
There we go. I forgot to ask you that. So I'm intimidated by these two young men. It's fun to see them how they've gotten so much older and look like men now. And watch them free and junior screaming and yelling, making bad line calls. Just kidding.
That's what we do, you know.
Oh, shut up.
When in doubt, call it out.
It's gonna make you cry. Let it fly. All right. So anyway, let's talk about this. I'll go with Nico first, or the guy in the red there. If I can, I'm bad at names right now. But the point is, tell us your story about what, why, when, where Padel.
What, why, when, where, Padel. So kind of as you were saying, I graduated from college in 2017, and I was so burnt out of tennis after grinding for 4 years. And this was an easy transition over from tennis and just started playing, absolutely fell in love with the sport. Was still playing a little bit of tennis for a couple of years after college. I played TCD leagues and USTA leagues and all that stuff while playing Padel. But then it was last May I decided to quit my day job. I was a financial advisor and go full Padel. So I am currently playing on the U.S. circuit, playing on the international circuit. Actually, I just got back from playing this brand new league we just started. It's called the Pro Padel League. The first inaugural team event they've had in the entire world.
Who runs that? Give us some names that we can talk about right now.
The commissioner of the league is Marcos Del Pilar. He is also the president of the USPA.
Wow. Tell us our listeners what that is.
The USPA is like the USTA, but it's the United States Padel Association. It's the governing body of Padel in the United States right now.
Wow. First of all, I thought you were going to do a gun show right there, but no, he was actually being serious about that.
I can give you a gun show, too, if you want.
Look at the pistol!
Come on, and the mullet. Give me some credit on the mullet.
Look at Chili Willy. What's up?
How's it going?
Tell us you what, when, where, why Padel.
So similar story to my brother, was playing tennis in college. I'm 2 years younger than him, so I graduated 2019. T-Bar M put the Padel courts in 2017, I believe. So a couple summers I was playing more Padel than tennis, and graduated college 2019. Had no desire to keep playing tennis, no TCD leagues, no trying to go pro, none of that.
Yep.
So just went full paddle then and fell in love with the sport, started playing, competing, doing really well, and actually had the chance to go to Spain where I got to compete in the Madrid Paddle Federation, got to play at a really high level there, and now come back and put my skills into the U.S. circuit. As Nico mentioned, the USPA circuit's going on, and the PPL just finished. I was on the San Diego team, so I got to meet a bunch of great people there, play a really high level of paddle, and just seeing the sport grow so fast is one of the greatest things, in my opinion, in the U.S. Just in several years, I think we've seen probably double the amount of people, if not more than that, playing in USPA and all over the U.S.
So we're here in Dallas, and it's really not. There's not many courts, right? There's no courts except for T-Bar. Are there other courts that people could hit on?
T-Bar's got courts, and there's actually a club that's just opening up no more than 2 minutes from here. I'll give them a shout out, called Net Racket Club. They're 3 indoor courts, really nice courts, in the process of opening up right now. So wish them good luck in their future endeavors.
And who's the owner of that? You would name drop that person?
They got 16, 17 different guys involved in there.
Wow.
So it's a big pool of people.
So are you pretty familiar with some of these guys that are opening it?
Yep, they're all actually all 15 or 16 of them are from T-Bar.
Really?
They all kind of pooled their money together. They're opening up an indoor facility, and I got a chance to play there this Monday, and the courts are spectacular. There's no AC in the building though, so you're sweating, but it's better to play, at least if you're sweating, when it's raining. I mean, when it's raining, you can't play outdoors.
Well, I'll tell you what. So stories are awesome. The way you guys picked up with that, and that's one of the reasons why we had the idea to get you guys coming here, because, like I said, you guys are the wave of something that's coming, whether people like it or not. It's coming, and that's why you guys are here. So let's go with this now. On your we'll go with whoever wants to speak first. What brand or what paddle is it Padel or is it Padel? I'm sorry, guys. Padel or Padel?
Either or. Sometimes I say Padel, sometimes I say paddle.
I'll chime in on that one. We originally started calling it paddle. A lot of the rest of the U.S. is switching over to Padel to differentiate the sport from not only pickleball, but also there's a sport up in the Northeast called platform tennis that they also call paddle. So it's just another way to kind of separate it from all this other sports that use a paddle. And it sounds a little weird.
No.
Padel.
No.
I mean, I've been saying paddle for 5 years. It's a tough transition to start saying Padel.
Well, that's Hot Sports opinion right there from the Agritelley boys. I'm glad they're here. I believe it. And look at, he's like, yeah, you're right, man. But that's good, because that's the passion that we need to have here. And so what I like about that as well is, so what do you have a particular brand you like? A brand or who you sponsored by? Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Will. That's all you.
Currently, I'm sponsored by Wilson Sporting Goods. They're obviously very well known all over the world. They have Roger Federer using Wilson tennis rackets, and there's one of the greatest, arguably greatest Padel players of all time, Fernando Belasteguin, who recently paired up with Wilson to create a racket just for him called the Bella, which is the racket I've been using, and it's
called a rack. It's not called a paddle.
A paddle. You could call it a paddle. In Spanish, they call it a pala.
But is it called a paddle or a racket?
A paddle racket.
A paddle racket.
Paddle racket.
Both, either or.
Hey, that's cool. Well, I always yell at people, like I'm sure you guys have heard me or may or may not. I'm like, it's not a racket, it's a paddle. Well, you know what? That's cool. That's fascinating. So, Chili Willy, what you got? I'm sorry, Nico, what you got, brother?
I'm currently sponsored by Adidas, and I believe that they are number one, if not number one, the number two largest paddle company right now in the world. I believe they just overtook this Spanish company called Bull Paddle, which in the world is almost, I think, out of the top 10, 5 of the top 10 guys are using this brand, Bull Paddle. There's so many different paddles out there. I mean, you can't even count how many brands there are. But these existing brands, Adidas, Wilson, Head, are coming into the game because they see how big this market is. And I believe that those companies will eventually start to dominate the rest of the market because they're big names. I mean, when I have new clients come in and they want to switch to a paddle, they're like, oh, I played tennis with Head. I want to use a Head paddle. No other reason they want Head because that's what they play tennis
that's what they
with.
start with.
Yeah.
And that's natural attrition, don't you think? Just to go with what you know? I
It's,
don't know.
it's probably the same thing in pickleball. I mean, you probably have a couple big brands, but you have these smaller brands that are just pickleball, and somebody new comes in, they're like, well, I've never heard of this. I want to use Head.
So let me ask you that question as both racket sports professionals, and you both are, is do you adjust to the player's style of swing, or do you adjust do you go with what they know, or are you kind of like, hey, like when you guys were rocking and rolling in junior tennis here in the state of Texas, I remember that. Would you go to your coach and say, this is what I need to do? Or would you go to your coach at the higher level and say, I used to tell players or parents, do you go into your doctor's office and tell them what you need done? Do you take the approach of letting the player figure it out, or do you kind of guide them with regards to the brand or whatever you like?
So going from tennis player to playing Padel,
Perfect.
You have the background of the strokes, the shots. It's really just learning the bounce of the walls. In tennis, you always run to the ball. In Padel, you need to go where the ball is going to end up.
Okay, we're gonna go off script for a sec, which is good. How about we did for a lot of the pickleball professionals and tennis professionals and future paddle? I'm sorry, guys, I'm gonna get it right.
You could say either or.
Players,
Interchange it.
Thank you, sir. Is start listening. What are you looking for with regards to explain the sport in a nutshell? I'm sorry. Explain the sport like kind of in a fun nutshell and dumb it down for Curtis, which is basic. What would you say? Who wants to take the lead on that?
The best
Just
way
to
I could
describe
describe it is if tennis and racquetball had a baby, that's Padel.
That's Will Ferrell too. But I love you. But no, I'm serious. But that court there that you have, are all of those encased, or are they all different? I don't really know the answer to that because I didn't see Padel courts till I got the T-bar.
So the courts are relatively all the same size.
The cased in?
Yep.
Okay.
The materials of the court is what changes.
What's the length of the court?
It's in the back 5 meters, and then the length of the court is 10 meters.
Wow. And scoring?
Just
Same
like
as
tennis.
It's like
Exact same
tennis?
as
Just like tennis, yeah.
And you keep going, man.
The full court, like the entire court, is 10 meters by 20 meters
Okay.
long. The sport originated in Mexico in 1969,
Wow.
and this guy had
Who do you know who? That's cool.
I
No big deal.
couldn't. I
We'll
remember
bring it back
from
next time. Go with
Google.
it. You're
but
awesome. Screw it.
he had a space in his backyard, and he didn't have enough space to put a tennis court in, and he was tired of chasing balls around, so he decided to put concrete walls around kind of the outside edge, and that's kind of how the sport started, and then it transformed to where they started putting this mesh wire fence in to keep the balls in even more. As it got bigger and bigger and bigger, it got really big in Argentina in the 90s with the concrete walls in the back.
Wow.
And then for whatever reason, it kind of died down a little bit in popularity. Then in the early 2000s, maybe late 2000s, they started putting glass where the concrete was in the back.
Leave it up to your dad to get and that's all respect. You guys know that. Keep going.
And then from there, the sport took off a lot more because with the concrete, a lot of the guys that were playing were getting hurt because you do run in and kind of bump into the walls.
Yeah.
Concrete's got no forgiveness.
No kidding.
But you can't spectate the sport. You're only going to be able to spectate from the sides with these concrete walls. So with the glass walls now, not only can you view from the outside, but it's got a little bit more forgiveness when you run into it so that people aren't getting hurt. The whole back of the court is glass.
Wow.
And then 1/3 of the court on the sides is glass. Then after that 1/3, it turns into what I call this chicken wire fence.
Sure.
And that's the same on all courts.
So is scoring like similar to tennis with 15-30? You guys switch sides on
Exact same as tennis.
it's the same thing.
Tiebreaker at 6-all, 2 out of 3. And now a lot of the pro tournaments are switching to no ad because the points are a lot longer. You'll find the points going 20, 30 shots, especially at a very high level. And you play ads. Some of the matches were going 4 hours, and it's just 2 out of 3 sets.
Well, yeah, in pickleball, they're going to rally scoring next year. That's only fitting. Yeah, it's going to happen. I think it's only fitting. And one of the things that I've talked to pros around, pros and that they all kind of agree, and no disrespect to anybody, it's not holding anybody to it, is that it's so intimate, pickleball to watch, professional. It's so nice. And, eventually at some point in time, someone's going to ruin that and run on the court and streak or something. I don't know. I'm being sarcastic, but also being serious.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going into Padel, where if it's that cool to watch, I've seen what you guys do there. It's fun as hell to watch because it's pretty intense. It's slamming against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But, basically, so let me get this right. So Padel was fouled just because some guy got too lazy to chase balls.
Exactly.
More or less.
Exactly it.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. But I'm just giving you guys.
That's it in a nutshell.
No, man. Like, everybody, I do have an HSO. We had a guy named Roger Blair on who you'll hear about through Pickleball's in prison when they're doing documentaries on him. He talks about some things. But he does give the HSO, I'm not going to bring it now, but he does tell truly what Pickleball's named after. Is it a dog or is it something else? Who knows? But the point is, what you said, Nico, was with regards to the naming of it is really good and how it all works out. So, here, next question is, and this is what I call, I don't know what to call the Padel. I call it in the kitchen for pickleball. But this first segment was called the way of Padel. But the next one's gonna be what are the certain zones of the pickleball court? Are their names, or they just odd, even? How does it go? Baseline, service line, middle line.
Got the back of the court and the net.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
That's it. It has white lines like a service line. And when people first see the sport, they think that these white lines, you can only hit within the white lines.
Oh, okay.
But those white lines on the court are just like a service box in tennis. So when you're serving, you stand behind the white line, similar to a pickleball serve where I have to bounce the ball. That's not the same pickleball, but I have to bounce the ball. I have to make contact below my waist.
Really? I didn't know that.
Hit it cross court into my opponent's box. Mm-hmm. Once I hit it cross court into my opponent's box, those white lines disappear. They mean nothing.
I think this guy knows how to teach. Padel. Rob, this guy knows how to teach Padel. And then they both know how to play. And Will's like, look, I can too, boy.
We've played once or twice.
Oh, God, I want to get into all that. My brothers didn't play tennis. They did basketball, and that's it. So, all right, well, cool. So do you guys singles, doubles, mixed doubles?
All doubles. There is no singles in Padel. No.
I did not know that.
We'll go out one-on-one, and we'll train. We practice.
I saw you guys do that
down the
full court
line.
tennis court. That's awesome.
But matches always doubles. And actually an interesting aspect that the PPL brought to the table was implementing a mixed doubles match. And I found it really interesting. They implemented that.
What's the PPL? I'm sorry.
The Pro Padel League is what,
cool. Okay, yes,
what he was talking about earlier. And actually, so the PPL started in end of May. Mm-hmm. And soon after that, I actually saw a bunch of the professionals, people playing the World Padel Tour, having an event in Dubai. Oh, wow. And they had a similar format, except they were starting out with mixed doubles. So I actually think they sort of copied the PPL with what Marcos was doing, and they thought it was such a great idea. They were doing their own implementation of a team aspect.
Well, the key to all that stuff is just cool. Let's play.
Exactly.
that's why one of my lines is, "Come on, let's pickle." I don't want to talk about that. Let's just go. I don't want to deal with what's going on. Let's go. That's awesome. So you guys, there's only doubles. I didn't know that. I had no clue. All right. So now let me check on this awesome run sheet we got here, gentlemen. We're gonna go to so far. This is one of my favorite parts of the way of Padel. Whoever wants to go first. What's your favorite place to play? What's your favorite memory thus far in Padel? I'm sorry, Padel. Excuse me.
Padel. Oof. I'll take the lead. I've had so many incredible memories with Padel. I've got to represent the United States on.
Tell us about the endeavors like that too. Keep going.
4 or 5 occasions, and one interesting, weird memory I had was we went to Tijuana for the Pan American Games. And before the tournament even started, the day before the tournament, we were going to the site. We were warming up, practicing. And as we were coming to the site, the police had blocked off all the roads leading up to the site. Wow. There was a shooting 5 feet in front of the venue. And we haven't even started the tournament. And we go, what in the heck is going on?
Dude.
Where are we?
I know.
So that was eye-opening in Tijuana, Mexico. Another really good experience, though, I had was I went to Qatar in 2021 for the World Championships. Wow. And, man, the amount of money over there in the Middle East, the way they had the venue set up was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I've heard on several accounts that people have said that that's one of the best run tournaments they've
And
ever
what's
experienced.
the name of the tournament? Say it again. Sorry.
The World Championships.
And it's in Qatar.
That year was in Qatar. The World Championships happens every 2 years, and
Okay.
it's always in different locations.
When's the next one?
2024.
Where?
Don't know yet. Hopefully somewhere cool.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna call me from that. We're gonna do a remote, and you're gonna update us.
Sounds good. We can do that for sure. We have Pan American Games at the end of this year in Uruguay.
Okay. Well, then let's do it then.
Okay, we can make that happen.
Oh no. Chili Willy, talk to us.
My
favorite place
place
so
to
far.
play Padel, I'd honestly have to say at T-Bar-M. It's where I
Yeah.
grew up playing tennis my whole life.
Absolutely.
It's been a home to me. As well, I've had the chance to play all over the world, playing places in Madrid,
Wow.
playing all over the U.S., meeting an amazing group of people when I was over in Spain. But
You can name drop some of the people you played doubles with, guys. Tell them. You played doubles with. Name drop. Nico.
Yeah, so in Qatar at the World Championships, I got to play against the number one guy in the world. His name is Juan LeBron, and his partner was Alex Ruiz. And I actually used Alex Ruiz's paddle. When we played that match, me and my partner lost 6-2, 6-2 in 34 minutes.
You want to mention your partner?
His name was Francisco Riverol.
There we go.
We lost 2-2 in 34 minutes. And out of the whole team, we had the longest match, and we won
32
the
minutes?
most amount of games. And that includes changeovers.
Grinding, brother.
It was a little embarrassing, but the fact that we were 34 minutes was
It's not embarrassing, dude. That's BS, man. You were there and you played. That's all that matters. You showed to go.
number one guy in the world. Lost to him.
That's all right.
Amazing experience.
Well, good. So, all right. Well, let's keep rolling on here. So, the next thing I wanted to kind of talk about is, do you what's your favorite shot in Padel? I know there's different shots in tennis, different shots in pickleball, there's different shots every sport, racquetball, badminton. What's your favorite shot? We'll go with Chili Willy.
Favorite shot or best shot?
Whatever the hell you want to tell us, man. It's your story.
Favorite shot, I would have to say is
To win a match on, brother.
is called por tres.
Yeah.
When you hit it, the court's 3 meters high on the side, so it's like very similar to a second serve in tennis. So you hit the ball with topspin, and it will hit the back wall and go out of the court.
Oh, whoa. Oh, Jesus, I can imagine that.
It's epic, and when you get to a high level, a lot of the times you'll hit it por tres, and the guy will run out the door and then hit it back over the fence, and then the point keeps going.
Can you call it out and piss him off? No, I'm just kidding.
little bit more difficult too than
I'm
tennis.
sorry, man. I know. All right. Well, that's pretty amazing. What do you think?
Dude, there's a shot. It's called a bajada. So when I'm at the net and my opponent hits a lob over my head, when the ball bounces and it hits the back wall and it sits up, and I can just hit the living piss out of the ball at my opponents. That's probably one of the best, because not only am I getting my anger out, but I also get to be a little aggressive with it and hopefully hit a winner.
I don't want to play against these guys ever.
We take it easy on you, Curtis, for the first couple of times.
We make sure you have fun.
Yeah, well, shit, whatever. Fun leads to no sun. All right. So now let's go to your story, your journey. Personally, who's the oldest? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Me. I'm the oldest.
All right, so we'll go with Nico first. Just tell us if you guys can pipe in, whatever you want. These guys are brothers. Amazing. The last name's Agritelley. Will and Nico Smith. Nico are here to talk about the sport of pickleball and represent Dallas, and also hopefully be a part of our show moving forward. But Nico, tell us about your favorite part about growing up and what's going on, where you're from, and all that.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just elaborate kind of on the bio you touched on.
Okay, thank you.
So I started playing tennis at 2 years old at T-Bar-M. I did the junior program there. I grew up playing tennis there. And then in high school, after 9th grade, I made a big decision to leave regular school and go to a charter school. So I went to a school called Spring Creek Academy.
Yes.
I would train for 3 hours in the morning, go to school for a couple hours, come back, train again for 3-4 more hours. I did that 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Graduated from high school and went to go play Division I college tennis at ACU.
Very good.
Go Wildcats.
There you go.
Played all 4 years there. After I graduated in 2017 is the year we built the Padel courts at T-Bar. So that's played a little bit of tennis, still was playing paddle. And then it was last May, I decided to quit my day job to go full paddle. So I'm playing professionally. And then I'm teaching full-time right now at T-Bar-M.
That's great.
I love it. I'm getting to a point now where with sponsorships and prize money, I'm able to not rely only on teaching. I'm able to travel a lot with the money that I'm earning playing and with sponsorships. So the goal is to be able to be completely self-sufficient just on my earnings and my sponsors. And then when I'm back in town, just teach a little bit here and there to the clients that I want, that I enjoy teaching, and not have to rely on that full time.
And come back on the show.
And come back on the show, of course.
All right, Chili Willie, what's up?
All right, so similar. I'll expand on the bio we started with.
You guys born in Dallas? Or your parents were you?
Born and raised. We're
Born
Texas
and
boys.
raised.
That's my
Dallas,
wife
Texas.
is too. What? Okay, cool. Keep going, man.
Born and raised in Dallas. Started playing tennis at the age of 3. Played junior tennis at T-Bar M. I went to private school, actually right around the corner from here, Parish Episcopal School.
Very good school.
Played high school tennis for them. Won 3 state championships. So I got 3 state rings from there. My first year of college, I went to Washburn University in Kansas.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we actually
Wash
played
U.
against Southeastern.
I know that,
State.
man. I know.
Had a couple of battles against you guys. So I'll remember those matches.
I don't remember those. That was a long time ago.
And ended up transferring to Colorado Mesa University,
Nice.
where I finished my
Nice
remaining
school.
3 years out.
Nice school.
We won conference my junior year there, so I got another ring to add to the collection. So I got a nice collection going on at home. And then started playing Padel in 2019. Seriously, I played a couple times for fun during the summers, but obviously my focus was still on tennis at that point. And 2019, launched my Padel career, started playing every single day, fell in love.
Oh, yeah.
And during COVID, T-Bar has 3 outdoor courts, so we were able to keep playing, and obviously everything was closed. We had nothing to do, so we'd go out there. I'd play 3 times a day. Be like, oh, guys, what are we doing? We'd have a good foursome group of 5, 6 people. Like, guys, who wants to play? Let's play. Let's play. That's all we'd do. Is like, guys, let's play paddle. What are we playing paddle? Let's play paddle. So that was great fun.
Can I ask you a question? What was it like during the COVID? Was it just like nobody at T-Bar, just you guys, or just like
pretty
a science
much.
fiction
It was
movie?
it was
You
it was
guys?
weird. We were, because the paddle court, you're a decent space. You're 5, 6 feet away from the other person. So we were, keeping our distance, and it was just so early on. We didn't know how anything was, how it's passed or anything like that. So, but we just wanted to keep playing. It was outdoors, so we were a little more comfortable.
Gotta get out of the house.
Yeah.
We were trying to get them the 2 or 3 weeks we had the lockdown here in Texas.
Yeah.
We were trying to text my dad hey, can we go play paddle? I mean,
Like
there's
a
nothing
little
else to
kid.
do. He goes, I don't know. If the neighbors here, they might throw a complaint.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, Dad, please. And no, can't do it. But that only was 2 or 3 weeks. So
Oh, your dad's he's always been by that book like that. I love it.
Yep.
All right, well that's cool. So now we're going to go to and we're gonna call this. Well, you guys get to name it. I get to name it. In pickleball, I call it in the kitchen. I don't know what the hell to name it with Padel. You guys got a thought? What do you want to name it? It talks about fun stuff. It's just like in the kitchen. We talk about. I told you funny stuff like favorite movies, stuff like that. We're gonna. You know what? We're gonna table this.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it in the paddle right now. One day we're gonna have a new one next round. So I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna start with favorite band in SARM right now. If you guys have never heard of a band called Swell, they came out in the early '90s. A really acoustic jam band from Carlsbad, California. I met them in '92 at Trees. There's only 24 people there. Their album's called Whenever You're Ready. It came out in 2005. It's really mellow, good summertime rock on Baker's Banquet. Who wants to go first?
So you will.
What music you jamming right now, brother?
What music am I jamming? I've been listening to a lot of reggaeton lately.
Uh-huh.
When I went to Spain, they listened to a ton of reggaeton and a ton of techno music. So my reggaeton and techno. It's my 2 balances. It's either really
bro. There's nothing wrong with that.
techno or reggaeton. It kind of depends on the mood I'm in.
That's all
Lately
right.
in the mornings, I like more reggaeton because it's a little more, I guess it kind of depends what kind, but a little more chill. Start the mornings off in a positive vibe.
And then you want to get all rage.
And then when I want to rage, I throw on the hard techno.
What you got, Nico?
I listen to a bunch of house music. David Guetta, Tiesto,
Wow.
all the classics.
Okay. Well, they got me beat. I'm the old guy. So I was thinking that the next one's going to be what's your favorite movie right now? I just started watching Blazing Saddles. Remember that, Rob? Blazing Saddles with Mel Brooks. That's what I'm jamming to. What you got?
Shoot, favorite movie. I'm a huge World War II buff. I've just been binging World War II documentaries, World War II shows. actually for the first time watched Band of Brothers on
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
HBO.
I've never
Oh
seen
my
that.
gosh.
You seen that? Is it good?
It's like if you've seen Saving Private Ryan, you
Oh,
like
dude,
Saving Private Ryan.
I can't do.
It's like a whole 1 hour episode for 10 episodes of Saving Private Ryan. It was heavy, but I loved it.
Is it one season?
One season.
That's it?
Yep. Yep. It was amazing.
Check it out.
I'm the
Yeah.
Stones for that.
Good.
What you got, brother?
My favorite movie, I'd have to go with one of the all-time favorites, is probably Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Amazing
yes.
trilogy.
Also a great one.
No matter what mood you're in, the setting you're in,
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. That's how I feel with the old Star Wars, like everybody else does. All right, so favorite podcast.
Besides the Pickle Show, right?
That's why I
That's
love
the
this
one
guy
we're
so much.
doing.
See, they got it. See that? They get it. I'm being sarcastic. I really am. I'm watching this thing called High Strange. It's kind of a science fiction UFO thing, and it was produced by Peyton Lindsay, who's good friends with Rainn Wilson, who does Radio Rental. It's a cool podcast. Check them out. They're nuttier than hell. But that's what I've been cranking up. What do you guys got for a podcast?
Favorite podcast?
Just like right now, just wouldn't move forward listening right now.
Besides the one we're doing right now, I'd say just anything motivational. I don't think there's one in particular, but a great way of starting my morning out, throwing motivational video on.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Get your ass up, get motivated, get to work, get rid of the distractions. That's it.
Yeah. What you got, bro?
I don't watch the full Joe Rogan podcasts, but like I see him on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
Love the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
It's pretty stereotypical.
Yeah.
There's actually a couple other paddle podcasts
Sure,
out
yeah.
right now. One of them is called Paddle Addicts. They're out in San Diego. So actually, my doubles partner Luis and I were featured on their very first episode.
What's Luis's last name?
Luis Estrada.
Estrada.
He's
Estrada.
from Estrada. He's from Venezuela. He and I have been playing together for a little over a year now. We've been killing it. I think we
He can
have
come on.
10 titles
Have him,
together.
Kevin, come on.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. All right, dude, this is one of my favorite questions of all time. Well, not really. We have two dogs. My wife and our two sons. We have Chief, who's a Labradoodle. He's nuts. And then we have a Havanese, which we got from my parents. Where you guys got any dogs? Favorite pets? Anything?
Yeah, I have. We've historically had dachshunds our whole life.
Nice,
so
dude.
the small little wiener
Oh, yeah.
dogs,
Oh, yeah.
they are hilarious. They are small dogs, but they got the biggest personalities.
Yeah. You like the dachshunds, huh?
We love them. So I got to throw shout out to my favorite girl, Suki.
There you go.
She's currently living with my mom, but she was the runt of the crew, so she's got to have the biggest personality out of any dachshund I've met, and she's probably the smallest one I've ever seen.
It's not the size of the dog; it's the size of the fight, boys.
Exactly,
yeah.
that's right.
What you got?
I don't have any dogs yet.
Just whatever animal you like, man.
Dachshunds.
Dachshunds.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of a Dorky?
A dorky.
Dachshund and a Yorkie?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God. So Gene Click, the director of operations at Oasis, one of our good partners, the show's partners, has a Dorky.
Oh my god.
And I thought he was kidding.
can
You know,
only
one of the
imagine.
shows he came on a few months back, he's like, I have a Dorky. I'm like,
Calling your dog a funny
I haven't had
name,
an
or-
edible. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, it's like the one in Toy Story. It's a dachshund and a Yorkie.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
And it like wraps around and it walks around. You see like a Dorky.
Probably got
face.
legs like that big.
Anyway, that's cool. All right. Well, so let me see if I missed anything here. Well, I'll tell you what. So if our listeners want to talk with you guys or want info about Padel or about whatever's going on at T-Bar and whatever you got going on, whatever you guys got going on, how would they get in touch with you? Would it be an email? Would it be just email? So who's going to go first? Email.
My email is nico.agritelley@gmail.com. It's first name dot last name at gmail.com.
All right. How do you
Nice
spell
and easy.
Agritelley? A-G.
Agritelley, AGRITELLEY, and Nico is NICO.
THANKYOU. All right. What you got? How do people get in touch with you?
My email is willag7@gmail.com.
Well, look, here's the deal. With all this stuff that's going on, I'm going to tell you picklers and paddlers and whoever the hell else is out there, you ought to subscribe to the show we got here because we got a lot of things in store. These guys are in their inaugural pickleball part of the show, and they're always welcome to come back.
Thank you.
And they
Appreciate
will. And if you do, please subscribe to the YouTube channel we have. It's the Curtis Reese Show. What's it called? The Pickleball Show with Curtis Reese. Shut up, guys. Don't judge. Anyway, I can be reached at Curtis, CURTIS, at ReeseRacketSports.com. And listen, all these bad comments that I had and those great comments that these guys made, you can make on that subscription when you do that. That's it. I mean, I got to tell you right now, I'm thoroughly impressed by this young man right here.
Thank you.
And this young man right there. And we'll see him more. And one last thing, what are you doing? Where are you playing? Coming up soon, Nico?
I leave tomorrow. I go to Philadelphia for one of our Grand Slam tournaments this year.
I apologize. You're on a league, on a Stingray team. What team are you on?
Let me give a little bit of background of all of the circuits we got going on.
Go for it. Please do.
We have the USPA, United States Padel Associations. They're the governing body, and that's how I get like a U.S. ranking.
Yes.
I have one of those tournaments this weekend, one of our Grand Slams, so I'm playing in that. There's another circuit that just popped up called Red Padel. Mm-hmm. It's very similar to UTR, Universal Tennis Rating.
Yes, very good.
But with paddle, of course. It's called Red Padel Rating. So they've had a bunch of prize money tournaments. I've been playing those all over the U.S. And then this new league, it's called PPL, Pro
For you
Padel
young
League.
people out there that think this dude's, they are good-looking men. Don't look at his guns. Look at the PPL. Go.
PPL right there. The Pro Padel League, mm-hmm. It's the first ever team event for Padel. So we had a women's line, a men's line, and then a mixed line.
Oh, wow.
So
when is this again?
This just finished. So I was in Tampa for 5 weeks competing in
5 weeks?
5 weeks for the PPL Cup. We lost in the semifinals to the Las Vegas Smash, who ended up winning. I'm on the Arkansas Matrix team, and I actually got awarded the MVP of the entire league for the first season. So
one of many.
And one of many is right. It was an incredible experience being able to stay there for 5 weeks, play and compete against some world-class players. We had a lady on our team. Her name is Kata Tenorio, ex-1 in the world, 4-time world champion. So being with her for 5 weeks was an incredible experience, soaking up every single little bit of information she had. Yeah, it was amazing. I got to play mixed doubles with her 3 times. I mean, the whole league was amazing. Amazing.
Well, we'll be covering some of that. What you got coming up, bro?
I got coming up, was not able to make it to the Philadelphia tournament this weekend, unfortunately, due to some personal conflict. But we have numerous tournaments coming up the rest of the year. There's another major tournament in the end of August.
Where's that at? What is it?
Austin at Polo Racket Club. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Palomitas.
What's it called?
Tournament. Major championship.
Another one of the Grand Slams for the USPA.
I'm sorry, I don't. Okay, cool. Well, dude. Oh, Jesus.
So that and finishing the year out for the USPA, there's going to be some more tournaments in Houston. Another Red Paddle tournament that Nico's talking about down in the Woodlands. So I'm going to play that and take a look at the schedule and see what else I can.
A lot of terminology thrown out here: USPA, PPL, Red Paddle.
I know, do believe me. I know. I do. It's anything you do. It's good. All right, well, this is a lot of stuff. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, man. These guys make my brain hurt. Anyway, listen, everybody, contact me. We'll do sponsor, affiliate program, or come on the show. Please reach out to me at Curtis, CURTIS, at ReeseRacketsports.com, REESE, RACKETSSPORTS.com. And a shout out to Rob at ReeseRacketsports.com, our CCO guy who's taking care of my stuff and all the smart stuff, whatever going on, this internet stuff. Anyway, take it easy. One more thing.
Follow me on Instagram. It's at Nico.
Oh, yes.
At Nico_AGRI. At NICO_AGRI.
Wait. What is it? Do I have it?
You're about to have it.
No, I'm doing it right now. Shut up. Instagram. Fine.
It's all about the followers.
All about the followers, baby.
Do it for the gram.
Gotta do it for the gram.
Nico what?
At Nico, NICO_AGRI.
I'll throw mine out there too. Yep, keep it similar to mine.
There we go. All right. Who am I getting now, bro?
For Curtis.
You can kiss my ass. What is it?
Will Ag 7. WILLAG7. Or if you just look up my name, Will Agritelley, find me there too. But probably easier just go with WILLAG7.
Okay.
Got you guys. Follow me back.
Come back. Now do that one more time, bro. Do it. Go.
Follow me on Instagram, WillAg7. See you there.
That's why we do the show. What you got, brother?
Vamos.
All right, man. I'm shutting this damn thing down. Too over. I gotta go home. See ya.
Coming through.
Oh my God, these guys wore me out. Go Padel.